I don't know anything about the guy as a coach. Maybe, if anything, being a coach may have been a good trajectory for him since was a player knowing for sometimes his ability to tilt a bit, but a very talented player. He qualified for TI once, so definitely not a shabby player by any means. And what do you see as Monaco Gambit's Game 2 draft? Do you like it better? Less?
Probably less than last time. I don't know. Alberga, again, I talked about his Mug I have seen his Morphling as well before. It's very good. I believe he lost the Morphling game I was watching, but you could see that he's clearly, he loves this style. It's very similar to the Monkey King, where the thing about his Monkey King is that he pushes mischief to the limit, and he gets away in situations where he gets that perfect mischief into the oh, now I didn't get hit, now I've got my jump away, and you're very impressed. And so his Morphling's very similar, where he's really going to try and utilize that morph for maximum efficiencies. And some players do that, and you see them die. I haven't seen him flub yet, so I am impressed. Maybe he can solo do it.
Yeah. Master tier Morphling, he said. I mean, I think it really was he had a miserable game last time and wanted his hero this time around. Having that fourth pick of the opening stage, allowing them to ban out a lot of the counters, making his life a whole lot easier. But Team Spirit get off a nice little play early on. They know where to subserve what is. They're going to deward it, so a little bit of a small win for them. Would you say it's a good Morphling game from what you're seeing? Since obviously that is kind of their win condition, so to speak.
I wouldn't say it's... I do like Puck. Playing versus Puck is pretty awesome as Morphling, because you can do some really flashy stuff with earlier rotations with your Morph. There's no long-term morph that makes me really happy. I mean, Troll's not bad, I wouldn't say. It's just not on that level of the TV and the gyro and stuff. And overall, it's pretty good just because they have Nightmare. They have the potential for an eventual Agnum's slightly higher potential since it'll be the 4-weaver, and they'll also have the press the attack. So I think we're very similar to game 1, where they've just gone more into this idea of shoving the big hero up front and hoping that the saves play a little bit better this time.
All right, well, we'll see how he fares as things just going as standard for the lanes. They've got the Bane on their side this time around, so they're probably hoping that they can kind of repeat what Miposhka did to them in game number 1.
Yeah, they have to be a little bit cautious about maybe there's a level 2 play here from Mirror and Collapse if Alberca's a little bit slow on it. Just because they could go Inkswell into charge and he just dies with no waveform. And they're actually going to get it first here too. This is pretty scary.
Well, doesn't look like they will make the play under the tower.
Collapse 9 XP away there, so we're good. Saved.
Yeah, somehow Grimstroke got the level 2 before. Maybe that was the D-Ward XP.
I think not.
But taking a look at some of the other lanes. Poor Treant doesn't have trees to play on. Just typical Treant stuff these days. As soon as you see it, you get that Quelling Blade and just chop down all those trees in the off lane.
Yeah, you actually just have to assume that you won't have trees to play in. Just because they're just wrong if they leave the tree up, right? And you should understand that as a tree player that you can't be coming to a game expecting to get to play the trees in your laning stage. That's just not how it works. So Miposhka, he's got it covered here. The other thing I do like is that with Miposhka, they actually have some team fight. There is 0 team fight on Gambit. Everything's just single target. We got Sonic Wave. That's our AoE.
Maybe last game they had all the team fight and they're it didn't work for us. Let's take a different approach. But definitely a little concerning. Treant, Puck, yeah, Grimstroke, Spirit Breaker, Inkswell and stuff. That feels a lot more scary when it comes to Team Spirit. So see if ASM Monaco Gambit can get some kind of, more pick-off, brawly, scrappy kind of play going on.
Yeah, certainly what they're going to need. Now, what I really liked with the troll pick too, though, was I was looking at their lineup from Spirit, and I was like, man, how do you actually push towers? This lineup, right? Because they did Spirit Breaker core, a Puck core, but they finished off with a troll, and I feel like that was just the perfect hero to go for at the end there. Good in the lane versus the Legion, can get it done. And then when troll shows up, much like Medusa or whatever, you can just, it doesn't matter what the rest of the lineup is. You're going to take that objective, or you're going to force a fight one way or the other.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like often trolls, I mean, as the panel mentioned, it's getting kited for days can be the problem. You pop your ultimate and then you get nothing out of it, or they just kite you in and you end up dying. But it doesn't feel like they've got the best line to do that, and most importantly, the troll has stuns to play around. Things like Dream Coil, things like Spirit Breaker.
got so many friends this game. Like it'll be impossible basically. I mean, everyone's got stuns on his team to do something to try and hold people in place.
See if this is going to be the problem. He's definitely not a hero. I feel like it's a hero that gets a bad rap lately.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's either, you know, he tends to be on that level of like, I'm either broken or I'm really bad. You know, he's not usually a middle of the pack kind of hero. We'll see. Maybe he's middle of the pack right now. Maybe there are some quality games for the old troll warlord. You guys missed that last hit. It's fine. Don't worry. Yadro's getting them all. I promise.
Speaking of last hits, yeah, Quap having a bit of an edge in this mid lane so far. Been keeping an eye. He's, you know, really been pressuring Toronto, Tokyo here and there. Problem is, it's, you know, it's mid matchups. You get your bottle, you pick up some runes, and you can slightly win your lane, but unless you get that really outplay and get a solo kill, you're not going to be able to make much of an advantage.
I have a new mid theory about how you actually win the matchup now. It's the ward on the small camp, and you steal the double stack between like the Puck and the Queen of Pain. There's like a lot of these mid heroes now. They need the 2 burst to kill their stack, just like Lornov's doing right now. He does like double scream to kill it. So the winning the mid is you actually come in and you do your scream to steal their small stack. That's how you win. You just split the XP and take their goal. That's like, you should just start spamming, right? You know, you guys are in your pub, you just like all chat. Just totally give them the taunt after that.
Yeah, well, the meta for a while was you try and block it with a sentry. Maybe the meta needs to become give your mid laner an observer ward to scout when they do it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, now that goes to my theory about why the Dire one's slightly worse, right? Because you got that pillar ward. The ward that spots the radiant one's kind of trash.
Yeah, you don't really want that like ward on their high ground triangle. But first blood comes out. It's Morphling. That's the one hero you do not want to see having a tough game. It's going to be a kill going away.
Oh my god, he flubbed. He got charge killed. He only did 42 damage. He was agimorphic.
Oh, because he had the raindrop and everything. But yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Grimstroke. Like Grimstroke was away. I wasn't even looking bottom. Oh, here I was talking about how he doesn't get flubbed. He must get caught through the tree line with his observer ward, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And they just didn't notice?
I didn't see it, but we do catch the Treant mid lane, just made a rotation in, but observer ward saw him roaming in. Easy pickup for Gambit as Queen of Pain continues her hot start. Doesn't get the kill, but gets the assist.
I'm sure he'll just shake that one off. Hopefully he's not in full tilt mode, because that's a pretty frustrating one after I just said he doesn't flub, and he goes and flubs one on me. So, you know, thanks a lot, Africa. Now he's getting run down. They still have an Ink Swell, by the way.
Yeah, it's not going to be the Morphling they get, but the Bane in all sorts of trouble. There's the bash from Collapse, followed up by a charge. Queen of Pain shows up for some cleanup duty, though. Lauren up with a nice little move here. Gets the Grimstroke, and the Morphling secures the kill.
Yeah, that's huge. I let him get that with the adaptive strike there, too. Perfect. Yeah. That's actually so much gold after you're dying in lane like that. 233 gold total with the assists. Gold there as well for Alberca. Yeah, that's back. He's back in the game.
For real, he's even in form with the troll, so really his game's not being hurt at all. And Queen of Pain's game is looking great when you throw those kills into play. And yeah, Sonic Wave goes on cooldown now, but you're happy with that.
It's also a case where a Puck misses one of those rotations. Typically, Puck is all about that situation, but Toronto not in a position to actually get in now. Rotating top instead. We'll find Melez.
Bones, knowing that the Quap can't make kind of a good counterplay here. Toronto Tokyo feels like he can go anywhere on the map. He's going to turn around on the Legion, accepts his fate. Weaver can't do anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto Tokyo pressure to, you have to coil the Legion, right? Because if you coil someone else, they can snap, get pressed to the attack, and escape. So ends up being the perfect situation, and there's no way out of that for a Legion. Guaranteed dead.
Heads up from Toronto Tokyo, knowing like, okay, I can make a move anywhere on the map. Morphling isn't going to TP in. Quap doesn't really want to TP in without Sonic Wave. It's just much lower chance of getting those return kills, so... We'll see Toronto Tokyo also secure the 8-minute power runes. That's a nice little pickup for him too.
Yeah, he got the room while they were also getting some stacks off as well. The post even managed to get a third one there on the camp. So. Real trying on this Puck right now. And then 25 seconds with that DD, pretty much guaranteed to go get a kill somewhere. Hopefully Yaro will live long enough, but
they get the jewel. Just in range for it, and they get the bonus damage as well. Nicely played. Emergent coming in, and
on both ends. Like you said, like he barely gets the
Yeah.
duel, and they barely get the kill.
Those weird ones where like maybe the slight turn because Troll has higher movement speed than the Legion there, but he managed to kind of chase him down. But,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tree game. Gotta hold these towers at all costs. You need the full commitment. Already 2 points in the living armor. I'm watching quite a few tree games lately where they just skip it. So I'm happy to see
Two-hero Dream Call top. They've caught Legion and Weaver. But the TP's coming in. They want to counterplay this one. Lorinoff on the Quap has got Sonic Wave, so seeing if he can make something happen up here. Would love to get this Utoro kill. He hasn't got ultimate, so he can kill him a second time here. He hasn't got a TP out. They go in on him, and with the Sonic Wave, is there going to be enough damage? The silence coming in from the puck, so
that was
doesn't get a chance to use it. Yeah.
He was lurking there for so long, and I was kind of wondering if he'd have the spacing right for that, because it was tight, as you said, with the Sonic Wave. It was going to be close, but save. Now he's back up to half HP, and continue to hold the tower. Bottom lane, though.
Yep. And going on the Morphling. Alberca having a rough time of this one. Even if he gets out here, he's still not going to be too happy with how this lane is going.
But back up top, they're chasing Yato into the tree line here, too. And yeah, I don't think he's going to be escaping this one. Yeah. Down he goes.
Oh, Spiritbringer getting the revenge kill. Collapse needs to be careful. He almost gets immersion, but great defensive play coming in from the Legion commander. Keeps him alive. The two-hero Sonic Wave may finish off Collapse. Needs another Blink Scream. Gets him just on the edge of it. He almost juked back and dodged that Scream. And Poshka wants Lorinoff, but with the 044 build, that Blink has a very low cooldown.
And Team Spirit falling into like sort of a bit of a trap, I think, with a tree, but we'll see sometimes where you'll get this like 1-by-1 TP in because you just want to ensure that the full push doesn't happen. Because like unless they're bringing 5 heroes, you want to save the tower. You want like a total commitment there, and maybe losing a couple extra more than they needed to, but it works out in the end. I would say for kind of both teams, like equally happy. Gambit a little bit happier, but Spirit keep the tower. Don't lose any of the big cores after Troll just like spawns and goes to hitting Ancients.
Yeah, in terms of the big picture, they're getting what they want from the tree, and I guess the players like Utoro is probably not too happy about his game, but at the same time, Team Spirit, their position's fine, but Utoro, he would like the repeat of the Medusa game where he just goes untouched.
Yeah, I mean, they've been stacking a lot in the jungle. They've got the Ancient stacked up for him, too, so he'll be all right. Even Collapse charging through, farming up some jungle. We're going full economy right now for Team Spirit. Not concerned about the movements of Gambit. And I'll tell you, Alberca, how about this game? Much better. Level 8 already.
Tower is under attack.
Like double.
He's being pressured a little bit at times, and that's going to happen again. Collapse going in with the Ink Swell. They get the Morph Strength off. Alberca does get hit by the Ink Swell stun, but what a hero. Ooh, wow. Are they actually going to get this kill, even with full strength? It sure as hell looks like with the puck rotating in as well. They bring down Alberca. The return kills are going to be coming the way of Gambit, but not perhaps. Whoop. Charge on 1, charge on 2. Can he get immersion here? Doesn't get a chance to time lapse. Collapse is just an absolute beast in the front lines. This Blitz Knuckles phase boots, he's just bashing people down.
Yeah, Toronto came back in there to cover for a potential grip. Used a really nice spaceship to get out there, too, as he was being hunted down by Happy, looking to grip the puck instead. But yeah, that whole sequence of events of, gets the morph shift off, but they just didn't respect the eventual rotations of Team Spirit. They easily could have brought in, like, the Bane earlier, but he didn't want TP because he was kind of close and running. So then there was no Nightmare save. It just all kind of felt a little bit greedy there. Like, Legion as well. I'm not sure what happened with Melees, but, I mean, that's what my Legion's for, right? I see a TP flying out. It's on CD, so clearly Melees was up to something else. Maybe it got canceled or something? Sure.
Feels like one of those ones, maybe they're thinking, okay, it's a Morphling. If he doesn't get the Morph Strength off, he insta-dies and there's no TP play. If he gets it off, he should just live, like waveform to trees or something, but he got it off and just, it still died.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gambit feeling like
commitment, though.
Yeah. So they've had enough of this tree and shenanigans with the living armor. But boy, is this annoying and difficult to do. Almost permanent uptime on that living armor.
There's the clip. The coil is coming here as well.
Yeah.
The charge starts a little bit late from Collapse here, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Someone
under
needs to throw a
attack.
body in here. I feel like they're going to send in Mimoshka pretty soon.
Who's it going to be? Chronotoka on the front lines with the Inkswell. Finds the pop with the silence to lead things off here. But nice Nightmare trying to save him, but the overgrowth is there. Roots Lauren in place, gets the press the attack to keep him alive, can't still blink because of the Dream Coil. And they do end up bringing down the Queen of Pain. Great control from Team Spirit and good spell usage as they look for more with Immersion getting low, but he's fine. They keep the tower alive again, Trent.
Yeah, and now what's the play here? It's so close, 300 HP, and you know instantly when Potion's gonna start throwing it down. Alberca's probably feeling a little annoyed because, like, you know, that's a lot of time invested for your position 1. After that first game, he's still lowest on the cores right now. He just leapfrogs over the Legion Commander to take 5th slot. They're coming back, but I don't know. Can they do this?
Radiant's bottom tower is under
it doesn't.
attack.
I mean, the 3K gold lead now that Team Spirit suddenly pulled out after what was a pretty even early game is definitely concerning, but
it looks like they're gonna let it go. They're not bringing the puck to spam out the wave. Collapse is on the other side of the map. They're just perhaps happy with that initial defense and realizing that without their ultis fully prepped, it's not worth bringing in the troll to fight.
Okay, Puck's making another move on up here. Collapse has charge in a couple of seconds if he wants to TP on in. The tower is going to go down, no deny.
Tower has fallen.
As Team Spirit do a great job of delaying this push. I like the Morphling. He's like, you guys do this by yourself. I'm not helping this time. There's Ancients to farm.
You had your chance.
Yeah. Leave it. What's going on? Silence 1, Silence 2 gets purged off, so he gets the time lapse. He breaks the Dream Coil, but that sets up the Queen of Pain for a Blink Scream to finish off 1. Once the second kill onto Toronto Tokyo after taking out the Treant. There's a Blink Scream, but Toronto Tokyo just out of range. He didn't have phase shift. That would have finished him off, but Queen of Pain just couldn't quite get close enough. And now with the leash coming in from the Soulbind. Yeah. And they bring down this Queen of Pain. Is there enough follow-up? Laurenov gets the press the attack to bail him out and keep him alive, as Happy Jura also throwing his body to make sure they get the retreat with the Fiend's Grip being used. So good defensive play to keep Queen of Pain alive, but Team Spirit maybe still going to be happy enough with that fight.
It actually still kills me to see the Spirit Breaker with like 15 minutes of the Shadow Blade, how fast you go with Bulldoze. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's just zooming right in for that chase down there. But yeah, I would be pleased if I was Gambit that many people survived, honestly, with how that whole situation started. So, game's still very close, 16 minutes. We're probably thinking about Roche pretty soon as well, after taking down that top tier 1 tower. Something that for both teams is possible, but I think for Gambit, because how we talked about, like, they just don't have the team fight and everything, I feel like they kind of need that a little bit more.
Oh, bring down the Weaver bottom, had no mana and just got charged across the map. And see if Spirit can follow this up with anything. If anything, it may be Gambit with Weaver respawning, who look to mention Roshan, mention maybe this mid-tier 1 tower, though that's still fully... Taking towers against this Trans we saw top is just so damn impossible that they're kind of just in farm mode.
Yeah. Also, kind of an awkward situation for melees too when you do this armlet rush and you don't have anyone else who can force fights. Like, Queen can't really secure them that well. So, like, what do you do with armlet? Like, you basically just farm towards Blink, but there's not a whole lot on the map to farm.
And something you highlighted earlier is like the lack of team fight, where it's like, okay, we haven't got any team fight, but that means you need to be playing kind of pick-off Dota, and so far that hasn't worked out too well for them.
I think that's what's going to pressure them into this Roche eventually, and then, you know, if you don't have the lanes in a good position, that's where you see the real disasters come into play. Right now, they're forcing fights by essentially trying to farm aggressively on melees and hope that essentially Team Spirit initiate into them.
What's perhaps happening here is Team Spirit made a move with the puck to kind of come on, swoop on in, but both teams somehow end up avoiding each other in the dire jungle.
So close right now.
Yeah. Literally puck like swooped through past the shrine and back into the lane, and somehow both teams didn't see each other. Else gets charged as Spirit Breaker. I mean, there's the movement speed, just instantly Shadow Blades and looks to get out. Uses the Tumbo's toy. Uh-oh. He's still fine for now.
No
and there's the charge. Oh my god. This hero. It's fun to watch.
You just like never want to grip Spirit Breaker, so you don't want to see it, right?
Ooh, nice Sonic Wave. Stops the troll from coming on in. Does a lot of damage. Not enough to get any initial kills, but with the grip on the Troll Waller, they finish him off with the Treant Protector. Good counterplay coming in the mid lane.
solid Nightmare into the grip as well to ensure they get the double. No help there from the tree too. So this is what they need to take towers. Number one tree is dead. Yeah, they're going to full force the charge on tree.
Wow, Morphling, this guy doesn't get a chance to respond. The Spirit Breaker is just out of control. Collapse is an absolute beast in these front lines. They're going to get the Weaver as well. There's just too much control. The Dream Core, the leashes, the Soulbind. These elusive heroes like Weaver and Morphling are just not looking all too elusive.
He just, couldn't get off the morph in time. He just got straight up charged into Inkswell and blown up right away. I mean, I don't think the Sentry reached far enough, right? So like the invis coverage there from the Spirit Breaker just kind of made that a freebie for Collapse.
Collapse a bit ahead.
Middle tower has been denied.
Yeah, definitely partly. Yeah, Collapse done a good job using the tree line, but that one just felt like it was, like you say, the invis factor. He's now charging across the map again.
Get the unlucky bash. Nice, nice.
Radiant are scanning.
He headed. Oh, he's just head to a creep. That is
And he gets
ballsy.
too.
Yeah. He has been just an absolute thorn in Gambit's side this game.
Alberca almost into the Manta, so perhaps we'll a little bit of confidence. I don't know how much it's going to change with the way he's been dying, though. Unfortunately, it's mostly just like invis into chain stun, so maybe he'll get an opportunity for the Manta to help him out here, but tough times ahead. And to buff up this Inkswell even further, Mira at the 20-minute mark is just shy of the 1,400 gold now for that shard on Grimstroke.
Ooh.
That's going to be so annoying.
This charging Spirit Breaker with Inkswell, 1,000 movement speed. It's absolutely insane. And that's why they just first to pick these heroes. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, give me the shard. Let me see this Spirit Breaker go in, get stunned, get dispelled, and then have Bulldoze running. I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right, what is the one fight here for Gambit? How do we do it here? Alberca, what is the morph target that even wins this fight? I guess Puck or even Spirit Breaker's okay, because you can just like chain stun and stuff. Yeah, that's actually not too bad.
Maybe it's like, yeah, who does Melis want to go in with this Blink Duel? Maybe finds Toronto Tokyo mid. Currently smoked up, but that's about to wear off. Fortunately, he's not in position to catch Toronto Tokyo
Radiant's
Puck.
middle tower is under attack.
You say they may just want to get this Spirit Breaker, but you've got to be so careful with that Bulldoze. Hiding in the trees, they get the jewel, and Bulldoze was down. Very nicely done.
Pass range value right there.
Nice little kickoff. Yeah, that level 10 talent helping him out. Pain wants to go jumping in for more, but without a BKB, has to be a little bit careful about not diving too far. Sets him up to take Roach. So good sequence of events. They kill that pesky Spirit Breaker and just instantly go into the Roshan pit.
Certainly necessary for them this game. I feel like this makes them even in team fights, honestly, just having the 6th hero. But of course, as we all know with the Aegis, depending on how well your opponents play around it, it can almost feel kind of useless, and you just end up going down last, respawning and dying again. So you can expect the Team Spirit are going to have that surgical precision. But with it being a Morphling, now he's going to have like, okay, if I get chained down from the Invis Spirit Breaker, I've got a second opportunity. I'm going to come up. I'm going to have my Manta. I'm going to be able to morph into somebody. It should go much better for them. That optimistic.
The hope is you don't just give away the Aegis for like a charge. You want them to commit big like ultimates or something to take out your Aegis.
Although it feels like Charge Inkswell is their ultimate right now, and unfortunately it's going to get a much shorter cooldown when he eventually gets that Aghanim's. But for now, he's building the cool item on Spirit Breaker. The Yasha Kaya. How many heroes build this? One? Is this the one hero?
I can't think of another at the moment. Yeah.
It's a very exclusive look, you know. We need one of those posts, you know. Items clearly balanced if only one hero buys it.
Find Weaver.
Oh, he lived!
Mira.
Oh, no. Oh, he's so fast.
Grimstroke. He's out racing the Weaver. Well, with charge, obviously, but even without it, yeah. Doesn't end up juking in the trees. As
Dire's middle tower is under
Gambit's
attack.
like, hey, they're all bottom. Let's maybe get this tier 1 mid, but I imagine Treant and Spirit will have other ideas about this. Here he comes.
Dude, I'd be
Here
so
comes
scared
the
of an
Spirit
uppercut
Breaker.
right now.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, if you're full
is under
agi, you
attack.
cannot be full agi against his Spirit Breaker, it feels like.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh my
Oh, no, but this time-
Press the attack. Jeez.
Oh,
Uppercut,
Radiant's
please.
structures
that's
are
damage.
fortified.
Mirror's just waiting. He's got another Inkswell. There we go. Charge in. Inkswell going to be following this one up.
Radiant's
Nice
bottom
nightmare.
tower is under attack.
They've got double saves, and it still feels like Alberca is struggling to frontline.
Double saves and Aegis, and I'm still worried about him.
Ooh, the strength into Agi toggle. They get the blink jewel. They catch out Mira. Nice initiation from Millers. He had some good plays on the axe last game and continues it here with the Legion Commander.
That was amazing. That was like,
Dire's middle
he
tower
actually somehow managed to get the press attack and the duel off. So he's saving it and initiating.
Another save. Gets the time lapse up again.
Dire's middle
Millers has
tower
been on point with these pressy attacks. Dude, Gambit are actually playing some sick Dota right now.
That was crazy. I've been diving into like some RTS lately, and one thing that I see all the good players do is they'll do like the double attack, right? You hit 2 spots on the map at the same time
Dire's
for
middle
confusion,
tower is under
right?
attack.
You don't want them to be able to respond accordingly. That's basically somehow Melees would be able to handle that, because I don't know how he's initiating and press the attacking that Morphling in the backline at the exact same time.
It's taken all kinds of sick micro plays from Gambit to even, you know, kind of beat on even footing with Team Spirit. And
Yeah.
one of the players we haven't seen much of is Yatora. He's just been quietly farming up a storm. It feels better than last game, because I do feel like Morphling matches up pretty well against a troll in terms of both carries being farmed. Unlike last game where there was just nothing to answer Medusa.
Yeah, I feel like eventually it's mostly about the surrounded cast for these two heroes. But whereas, as you said, you know, Medusa can kind of like steal the show a little bit more. Although Morphling, I guess, can steal the show more so than Troll, just because of that whole like kiting factor that we sort of alluded to earlier. So maybe Alverca, you know, he's getting into the solo potential here pretty soon with that Ghost Scepter, with the Eagle Song already completed. How vulnerable are they right now? As Collapse, I mean, he's not looking very vulnerable with the 3 hero
They get the beat
does manage to get
into
a grip.
Jewel.
Oh my god.
It was like a 1.5-second grip, but that'll do the job. Oh no, not okay. He's got the Mantis Style. I'll get out of the silence. There is still a follow-up one, but Alberca with the Morph Strength should be okay here. And if anything, they're going to be careful with that Spirit Breaker. They do not want to take this fight on the Team Spirit side.
Invisibility.
I mean, there's only a minute left on this Aegis anyway, so I wouldn't mind them
Dire's
actually
top
pushing. They're
tower
scanning
is
the tree
under
line just to
attack.
see if the tree is still around. They don't want to get caught if they intend to sort of pressure into this area a little bit. Top tower is looking pretty vulnerable. I would think they'd like to go for that, but again, you know, sure, you're 1 hero down, but there's a tree, and so the whole push gets delayed, and if you want to commit for this, it could end in a very bad scenario versus
Dire's
a
top
puck with
tower
Dream
is
Coil.
under attack.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker
Dire's
respawning.
structures are
Potentially,
fortified.
they initiate with the Aegis expiring. Always good to affect that timing, and yeah, Team Spirit.
This timing's so scary. Are they going to stay for this wave, or are they ditching?
And Morphling is, well, he's going to get full health when the Aegis expires, but
Low enough? Gonna pop the smoke?
yeah,
Get caught?
has a BKB, instantly pops
Dire's
it,
top
blink
tower
away.
is under attack.
I imagine Gambit will be fine with that. Yeah, that's the 9-second BKB, but that was a very dangerous moment for them.
Now they're just sort of holding this high ground position. Oh, don't lose that courier, Morphling. Don't lose that courier. Oh, it's so close. That's an E-Blade right there. Oh, no. Oh my god, they're all around.
I think they're just going for the
Don't move. No, don't move. Oh my god.
He's speed burst.
It's living.
It's safe. It's out of there.
Now
Meanwhile, the Bane's courier also
didn't even
juking
care
up
to
top.
micro it. He's
Yeah,
out, whatever. Yeah, just go home.
Dire's top
Job
tower
done.
is under attack.
So Spirit able to play out more aggressively on the map now with the Aegis no longer in play, and both teams kind of trading tier 2s here. Alberca up top,
Radiant's middle
seeing the
tower
troll
has
and
fallen.
multiple Spirit Heroes mids. Feels like he can make a move here.
I call that
Dire's top
urgent.
tower
Damn
is
it. Look
fallen.
how hard the tower push is.
Radiant's middle
Weaver
tower is under attack.
gets picked off mid, getting not really greedy, but just Spirit were ready for it. Puck was preemptively scanned him and
Dire's
just waited
top
for him to go
tower
for that
is
creep
under
wave.
attack.
How does this guy get spirit legs as well on the Spirit Breaker? Like, come on. Spirit legs, spider legs. Might as well call them spirit legs.
Yeah, that's definitely a game where he is having a fun time.
Yeah, not feeding a lot either. Like, he had that death up top pretty recently, sure, but like, you know, this is obviously a hero that's very easy to get past yourself a bit, you know? Bite off more than you can chew.
Yes. Definitely back in the days when Spirit Breaker was played mostly as a support, you'd see these Spirit Breakers go like, 0-15, and you'd be like, it's one of those games where you just can't charge in when they've got all these ways to cancel it.
Well, he's gonna hold back. Doesn't like it.
With the vision of Happy Duro there. They come in here, Morphlings. Oh, he waved out preemptively. Had the observer maybe to also give him an idea. It's going to be Bane instead going down. If Morphling can stay alive, they don't mind this. Ellis comes in as well. They're going to try and fight this with a buyback, it looks like. And they go with the Blink Jewel. They catch the Troll. Can they burst him and blow him up? Lorinov is there. And yeah, Spirit not even trying to save the Troll. Big kill. That
you definitely see some of the strengths of the Morphling in this game too, where they can't.
They want to fight under their ward. They get a 2-hero charge. Oh, Morphling goes down with the Bane getting leashed up as well next to the Legion. He's got a BKB, but it's going to be 1 kill in return. They want the Tree Protector as well. This is going okay for Gambit, despite having lost their Morphling. Legion Commander armlet toggling, trying to get back to the low ground. He's got some spider legs of his own and using those to great effect as Collapse goes down. Lorinov, it's the Queen of Pain with the double damage, cleaning up.
This is so frustrating for Alberga. I can't even imagine right now. Like, just getting charged down and dying like that. I don't know if he's just like sitting too low, right? He was saying at 1200 max HP. That's a little bit greedy, but he's also like trying to regen in between fights and stuff too, so I get it. But he's going for the Lincolns, which will obviously give him that big alert ding every time that situation's occurring.
Yep. And it's like you can't totally... It almost needs to be his job to bait those spells in the front lines and hope that Legion with Press the Attack and Bane with Nightmare can save him. Sometimes they're just not... He's going to die too fast. They can't use those saves. But a good fight nonetheless. As you say, frustrating for Alberca. I imagine, he's... Even though things are going pretty well for him, he's probably still going to be feeling a little bit tilted, particularly after last game.
Chapman's talking him down. I know how you're feeling. Put it away. Put the shadow in the back. You can do this.
Yeah, just kill that Lincolns. You're good. Definitely will help his game out a lot having that Lincolns. But yeah, right now they need to deal with some of this vision game that's what allowed Spirit to constantly just go on him is, having all these wards and they see him on low health and he doesn't see the charge coming in.
Yeah, you're dead.
Nice kill. Mellis starting to transition into a bit of a semi-carry himself with 90 bonus damage. Not too shabby.
I feel like people are so good at dewarding now, and obviously the supports are just going to spend out. I mean, you look at Happy right now, and he has nothing. He is an Aether. All he cares about this game is just buying sentries constantly. And so you get in a situation where the wards in fights are like way more valuable than they used to be, simply because your wards outside of fights have so much less value. So I think that you'll see that a lot of times they're just going to smoke and like always be warding those pillars like that, because it just makes the fight, like Spirit Breaker relies fully on vision like that and just gives the fight kind of a free win. So if you don't have great vision heroes, then just
are scanning.
Yeah. It's kind of like, why bother doing the cutesy wards on the low ground that you hope don't get dewarded when you can just put a ward on a cliff that is going to get dewarded if the enemy ever pushes you out of the area, but you can force a fight there. And that's exactly what Gambit are kind of doing with these cliff wards, although it does expire now. They're just going to force a Roshan, and this is dying pretty fast, and without an output to TP2, it looks like Spirit are giving this one up. This game is, honestly, like, it feels like Gambit are making all the right plays and momentum is going their way.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like they're working so much harder this game and just keeping up with Team Spirit, unfortunately. Through certain circumstances. Number one, I think that the heroes just look a little bit easier. The initiations are much simpler for Team Spirit. But the thing that's keeping game in a good spot is that it is really hard to get those kills on Morphling, like we've been seeing. Like how many times they've smoked, they've seen Alberca, and they know they don't have the full jump there. As he now gets the shard from the Roche, he's going to add that in there. Yeah. So the multi-shot now on his adaptive strikes.
One you maybe see every day. Charge out from Spirit Breaker, goes in on Morphling. I think Collapse is wondering if this was the right way to go here. It's going to be the Queen of Pain in some trouble, doesn't have the Aegis, and missed the BKB, but gets brought down, and Spirit not afraid to fight into this one. Burker's on the front lines, but he's being ignored this time around. Gets initiated on by the puck, and he's going to get taken out on full agi. They've lost the Bane as well. This is not looking good for them. The Morphling's going to be respawning, but he's in a world of hurt. as Yotoro has shown up to the party. Forces out the Queen of Pain buyback. The Blink Jewel coming in on the collapse. The Sonic Wave isn't going to be enough damage. The dust is there to allow them to chase out, but he gets the charge away. Collapse is out with his life, and Yotoro going for a TP out of his own. He's going to adapt to strike with the Lincolns. He lives. Oh no, that's with the Queen of Pain buyback there. Not going to be happy about this one on the Gambit side if they can't get anything else to show for it. Toronto Tokyo is the one they want, but that's a puck, and he's going to all run out of there easily.
Pretty unfortunate for Lornov in that he got pressed the attack save instantly after he got bashed, and that's why he couldn't pop his BKB on the first fight. He had the shard from the Legion trying to go for the save, and then just still gets insta bashed directly after. So a little bit rough there, because as he said, like, you're trying to keep some heroes up front because you're trying to work with these saves from the Legion and the Bane and the eventual Weaver, but sometimes get bashed.
Yep. Well, they're going for a third save. That the Weaver with an Acceptor queued up, so Nightmare, press the attack, not enough, they say. And honestly, it hasn't felt like enough. I don't think either of those two players are making mistakes. If anything, Melis has had some sick plays, but they want more.
I'd like to see Mapochka get a blink. I feel like they're just missing that, like, one more layer, and these fights are just like 5 hero wipes right now for Team Spirit. Even with the gold like looking sort of even, it just feels like that overwhelming AoE control that they have with the Agnes Scepter on the puck. You just upgrade that a little bit more with guaranteed overgrowths, and it just makes Yataro's fight so easy. Because that's what we just saw, right? Like he gets the setup, someone gives him the easy in, and he just cleans it up.
Team Spirit can find another fight like that. They definitely can break high ground and take those buildings pretty damn fast with the Troll Warlord, but now they're gonna settle and look. Wait for that kill. Spirit Breaker showing in the front lines, but not the target that I think Gambit necessarily want to go on.
They do have the gem though, so maybe they're hoping to catch him being a little bit sleepy. They walked right past that sentry, so kind of feigning that they're not here. Scan hits.
They scan.
The proper setup's there. Ward out from the tree line.
The one showing
on the high ground with the sentry. Okay, all right. all right. This is where this is the ground that we're standing here apparently for Gambit.
We're fighting around this ward. We have the ward there. Lorinov gets his Lincoln broken. Gets caught by the leash now as well. Gets the BKB up with the Sonic Wave. He's going to turn and fight. Looks on Yotoro, but they get off a nice overgrowth onto 3. They haven't got the ability to save them all. Another charge on through. Catches out all of Gambit. There's just too much control. Too many stuns to fight into, and the gem on the ground.
He's too furious. Stop this collapse.
Yeah, he's not done. Well, he's actually, no, he is done. He's headed to the mid lane, headed out of there, but it's the Weaver who could be in some trouble. Does rescue the gem, but he's going to get chased down anyways. And Team Spirit having to work a bit harder in game number 2, but they are still inching ahead with some really well-played fights.
Worthy tribute.
I actually don't know what you do. That was terrifying. I felt genuine fright and fear when I saw Collapse come through there. That guy is 1920 move speed. When he activates everything. How is this okay?
And like you say, it feels like you have to go on him, but you never feel good about committing a grip or any spells on him, because if he has Bulldoze up, it's like, oh, that was kind of a waste.
Yeah, he got like Yules'd at one point during the fight, and I'm like, okay, well that's a pretty good tool at the very least. That gives you something, but it's only a momentary reprieve from this terrifying
Radiant's
cow.
top tower is under attack.
This guy's not your sirloin. This is like the Wagyu beef. This guy's fully loaded. You know, someone worked real hard on this thing.
Fortunately for the Radiant, for Gambit, they've yet to be able to get their hands on some of that juicy beef. They've worked hard to try and keep this game even and get ahead, taking both first and second Roshan, but even so, Spirit have been able to hold their own in these fights, into the Aegis, into all the shards, and push number 3 perhaps going to be something that both teams will put their eyes on.
He's going Refresher next, like really? He doesn't even have the BKB. It collapses thinking about Refresher.
Just for the ultimate, I guess?
I mean, the ulti and honestly just reusing everything like that gives him the 1920 charge, I think has insane value. Right? You just like spider legs, silver edge, another bulldoze instantly.
Has probably some very crazy solo kill potential on a number of these heroes too, but I don't think this is necessarily going to be a game where we have many heroes running off solo. But
Radiant's
Or that he
bottom tower is
makes it
under
to
attack.
refresher necessarily, I think, with how these fights are starting to look here. They need some big pickoffs on this guy. All right, he changed his mind. He wants a Wind Waker instead. I'm sure he's going to be bouncing around a lot between some items right now. I mean, really, I think he should just buy another Lincolns. Stack some Lincolns up. I feel like this game's free with more Lincolns. Rips and
Radiant's bottom
duels.
tower is under attack. Dire are
it's
scanning.
like, how do I get more movement speed? Wind Waker.
Dire's top tower is under
I
attack.
need more speed. He just can't drop that Wind Lace, you know? He saw the refresh and he's like, nah.
Oh god, almost 2,000 move speed.
Consequence.
With the ink, I wonder what it is with the Inkswell. That's where things are gonna
Dire's
Pretty
top
crazy.
tower is under
Make it
attack.
stop.
Wind Waker, Inkswell.
Radiant's
Just
bottom
need someone to get a Helm of the Dominator for like a little Kobold or something.
Oh, yeah. That thing won't last long, that's for sure. See, he'll be zooming right past that thing.
Yeah.
What he needs
The high
is he
ground.
needs a Doom who
Radiant's
eats
bottom
like
tower is
movement
under
speed creep and then infests, you know, gets swallowed by the life
bottom
stealer
tower
and
is
infests
fallen.
in the Spirit Breaker, and then we're all good.
Like you're onto something here.
Science, you know, it just can't be stopped. Innovation and progress must continue with Spirit Breaker. We gotta hurry up. That patch is
Radiant are
surely
scanning.
coming any day now, right? Right, guys? Right?
Yeah, DPC just started. I'm sure that patch
Yeah,
is going
that's
to
a
come
perfect time.
tomorrow.
Silence. Puck out. Gather round.
The game, sorry about that, folks. As Yatoro getting controlled by Alberca, he's chosen to form into the Spirit Breaker. He needs more control, and he's saying it's going to come in the form of the Spirit Breaker himself as Collapse is just hitting onto the back lines. Mega kill, triple kill for Yatoro. They could be in some trouble here. Nice Sonic Wave coming out. That's going to finish off the Troll and the Grimstroke. They've lost the Weaver, and Queen of Pain does go down in the process here. Toronto Tokyo, with all the low cooldowns with the Octarine Core, is trying to hunt down Alberca, but can't find him in the trees. He's morphing Agi back to strength,
Trying to
causing
bait them.
problems
Oh my
here. Yeah. He
He's trying to
wants
play around melee so he can get saved and they can make a turnaround play. He's got dual backup in one, but no one's taken the bait. But still a
Love to get
gold
this
win
puck.
there for Team Spirit, despite some good kills.
Yeah, buybacks used by Legion and Weaver, as well as the Treant Protector. As Wolfling showing in the mid lane, but has got that Lincoln Sphere now. Gets Stream Called though, and the charge on through, he charges the creep wave. Oh! He says, nice try with the Lincolns. Yep.
Radiant's
That is
courier has been
problematic. Now he finds a courier. Collapse is just all over the map.
Никого не слушай.
Alberca's even giving him tips. He's just like,
Radiant's
dude,
middle tower is under attack.
what is this hero?
It's actually so funny that you can charge with the eggs onto the couriers. Nothing is safe. Look at this bait! He's killing him in the base!
Tower is under attack.
That damn it. He can't even like do anything. Nightmare, whatever. He just charges it. The charge did more than half his health.
Every time I just hear this noise, it's so terrifying.
Radiant's
Like, I
middle
just want to
tower
follow,
is
like,
under
double click
attack.
his here and just follow him for the rest of the game. It's
Yeah, I'm good.
Everyone's tipping him.
Well, he's clearly having the most fun in this game. Like, is there any question about
Yeah.
that right now?
Oh, for sure. He's found a new target. Legion Commander gets the Pressy attack off and BKB, but
Radiant's middle tower is under
Nova goes to lock him in place, and they're just leaving him for Collapse. Oh, he charges through. It's Immersion as well, and yeah, they're just playing with their food at this point. It felt like Gambit were holding their own for like close to 40 minutes, and things have just fallen apart in terms of gameplay, but also just in terms of their mental state.
Yeah. I mean, it has felt kind of inevitable. And maybe I'm just not giving them a fair shake because it's Team Spirit versus Gambit, and it just... But, like, it really does feel like they're trying so hard the whole time, and yet Team Spirit are just, like... Like, they have a plan, and they know just, like, have faith and confidence in it, and they never look like they're freaking out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Maybe they just need the collapse to do this eventually.
I love that he only wants to buy move. He's got Boots of Travel 2 queued up. He's just all about that movement speed. If an item doesn't give movement speed, he
Radiant's
doesn't
top
want it.
barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has
He
fallen.
needs to sell the Soul Ring and buy the bots so that he can keep the active on the bases.
Radiant's
I like
middle
it.
tower is falling.
See what the Wind Waker.
Radiant's
1k movement speed. Doesn't pop the phase yet. There's 2k, 2.3k.
Jeez, he's gonna be passing Captain Lamar pretty soon, guys. I don't know. He might already be fast. I think he's actually surpassed the average move speed.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom
It's insane to watch. Oh, man. Not your everyday Spirit
That's
Breaker.
pretty good for a 2K Spirit Breaker. That's what I'd say.
tower is under attack.
Yeah. He's been in 30 of these 35 kills. Like, I feel like Yatoro's just being jumped in his backpack this game. It's like, oh, there's a troll? No, there's no troll in this game.
It must be just so defeating to like having just he's not leaving the fountain. He's like, I'll just try and save you guys.
He's
Like,
charging
coming.
face.
All
What's
right,
he seeing?
Here we go. Give me the numbers.
Radiant's middle tower.
Boost them up 2476.
Ooh, that Weaver almost getting instantly blown up by that. But they turn around and kill the puck. Gotta be a little bit careful not to meme it up too much. Yatoro's just like, stop not having fun this game, so I'm gonna hit the throne. Yatoro's just like, I'm gonna help you guys out, Gambit. He's going for that throne. Alberto's trying to stop him with the charge, but Yatoro's having none of it. He gets nightmared up, but that's just going to delay the inevitable. I'm sure Collapse is like, dude, why are you winning this game? I'm having fun. Just let me have some more fun.
Oh, shout outs to the build. He did indeed sell the soul ring and get the boots.